Trump just broke Obama's gross 8-year White House tradition and pissed people off with what replaced it. The hypocrisy of the left never ceases to amaze me. Anything our great president does, they seem to be offended and crawl in their safe space to complain. The latest complaint from them now is that President Trump canceled the tradition of having a Ramadan dinner at the White House. Though it was Thomas Jefferson who had the first Ramadan dinner, Bill Clinton was the one who made it a tradition. I have never seen such hypocrisy as I have in the past 10 years of politics coming from the left. I am an American Jew who lives in Israel, but I still watch American news since I do have friends and family that continue to live there. This is one-sided discrimination because what it looks like to me is that liberal atheists, in particular, seems to have a problem with Christians. The ACLU made it to where in federal places you are not even allowed to say Merry Christmas, and let's be blunt and factual about this, America is a Christian country. The Independent reported. The White House tradition started with earnest in 1996, when First Lady Hillary Clinton hosted 150 people after learning more about the ritual from her daughter Chelsea, who had reportedly studied Islamic history in school, as reported by Muslim Voices. President George W. Bush hosted the dinner every year for his 2 terms, including just after the 9/11 attacks. He said at the dinner that the fight was against terrorism, not Islam. American Muslims might have been hoping for the dinner to be held at the White House this year as a symbol of unity after a spike in hate crimes against the community, the highest level since 2001. Mr. Trump has been strongly criticized for his proposal in December 2015 to ban Muslims from entering the U.S. and also for his executive order as president to temporarily ban all immigration and refugees from 7 Muslim-majority countries. The order, later revised, was knocked down by federal courts. Christians have the freedom of religion, not from religion, to be able to freely and openly practice their faith without fear or repercussions. Really, does 8 years actually make something a tradition? Also, ask yourself, if it is a tradition, does it make it mandatory? The answer to that is no. If the president is uncomfortable to hold such a dinner, he has that American right. He still is an American citizen with the right to practice his faith. That is the beauty of conservationism, which progressive liberalism is the complete opposite by forcing political correctness, for instance forcing a religion down your throat. And if you are going to stand up for one religion, shouldn't you stand up for all faith groups for equality? Via BizPac Review. Tolerant Muslims and virtue-signaling liberals are outraged that President Donald Trump, a Christian, chose not to host a White House dinner commemorating the end of Ramadan this year. Instead, Trump issued a warm statement wishing Muslims a happy Eid al-Fitr, the Muslim holiday that marks the end of Ramadan. The statement read, "On behalf of the American people, Melania and I send our warm greetings to Muslims as they celebrate Eid al-Fitr. With Muslims around the world, the United States renews our commitment to honor these values. Eid Mubarak." Leftists who aren't even religious trashed Trump for breaking a White House tradition that started with Bill Clinton and continued through Barack Hussein Obama. Thomas Jefferson, a noted slave owner, held the first White House dinner celebrating Ramadan, but it only became a White House tradition with Bill Clinton, whose Clinton Foundation scored tens of millions of dollars in donations from Muslim nations. The leftist hypocrisy and slamming Trump as Islamophobic is laughable, considering many public schools bar Christian prayers and the Christian greeting Merry Christmas. In 2015, Samantha Dawson, an 8-year-old elementary school student in San Francisco, was suspended for wishing her homeroom teacher Merry Christmas. Liberals ignored that anti-Christian attack.